America in 1839 is a nation on the edge. The panic of 1837 still scars the land. Families lose their farms. Men head west on muddy trails. Canals and early railroads promise a new future, but only for those ruthless enough to seize it. The Rockefellers are one of the most powerful families in modern America. From controlling 90% of oil supplies in the country, to funding Germany in eugenics programs, to quietly steering global finance through Chase Bank and elite networks like the Trilateral Commission, they have exerted their influence in the world for over a century.
I believe the power to make money is a gift of God. I have ways of making money that you know nothing of.
The Rockefellers transformed America, helping build many of the institutions that defined the United States. He was a serious boy determined to make money work for him. From the very beginning, he understood the discipline of capital.
At 16, he takes his first real job as a clerk in Cleveland. He arrives at 6:30 every morning and works by whale oil light. But inside that quiet young man burns a different fire. He already knows he will not spend his life behind someone else's desk. He dreams of something bigger, much bigger. In 1859, Cleveland is a booming frontier city on Lake Erie. Grain from Ohio farms flows through its docks to eastern markets. The railroads are expanding, but chaos rules the produce trade. Prices swing wildly. Middlemen fight for every shipment. The young John D. Rockefeller sees opportunity in the disorder. At 19, he partners with Maurice Clark and George Gardner to form Clark, Gardner and Company, a commission house dealing in grain, hay, meats, and other goods. He puts up his savings and borrows $1,000 from his father with hefty interest. They start small but methodical. Rockefeller tracks every transaction, cuts costs, builds trust with suppliers and buyers. And then, an opportunity arrives that will completely change their enterprise. The American Civil War. This is the hard world into which John D. Rockefeller is born. His father, William Avery Rockefeller, is a master con man known as Devil Bill, a traveling salesman who poses as a deaf mute to sell fake cancer cures to desperate farmers. He cheats customers, cheats neighbors, and openly boasts that he cheats his own sons to make them sharp. One day, he simply vanishes for months, leaving his family to survive on credit and charity. His mother, Eliza, is a devout Baptist who rules the household with iron piety and ruthless thrift. While her husband roams, she teaches her children to account for every penny and give God his tithe first. Even as a boy, John D. Rockefeller is serious, watchful, almost monk-like. He raises a flock of turkeys from a wild hen's nest and sells them for profit. At age 12, he lends $50 to a neighbor farmer at 7% interest. When the money returns with $3.50, something ignites inside him. Frank enlists in the Union Army. But John does not, because he cannot abandon the business. He pays substitutes to serve in his place, a common practice at the time. And soon, the war turns grain into gold. The Union Army demands massive supplies of food and hay. Prices soar. Clark, Gardner, and Rockefeller ship thousands of barrels and bales to the front. Profits explode, from $4,400 in their first year to $17,000 in the second, then far higher.
Rockefeller was a methodical young man, already obsessed with the precision and profit. He saw the war not as a moral crusade, but as a market opportunity. He seized it without hesitation.
By 1863, the firm is thriving. Rockefeller has accumulated serious capital, but for him, it is not enough. He needs to find something bigger. And soon, he will make a discovery that changes everything. In August 1859, a wildcatter named Edwin Drake drills the first commercial oil well near Titusville, Pennsylvania. At 69 feet, black crude surges up. The Pennsylvania oil rush explodes. Speculators flood the region. Production surges from nothing to thousands of barrels a day. Prices crash from $20 a barrel to pennies. Boomtowns spring up overnight. Gamblers risk fortunes on uncertain gushers. John D. Rockefeller watches from Cleveland. His grain commission business thrives during the war, but he hungers for something steadier, larger, more controllable. He sees the oil fields as a gold rush gone mad, wasteful, unpredictable, destructive. Refining, however, is different. Crude arrives by barrel. It can be processed into kerosene for lamps, replacing expensive whale oil. Rockefeller believes the real money lies not in drilling, but in controlling the refinery, turning raw chaos into a uniform, reliable product.
Whoever could control the refining process could very well have the whole industry.
In 1863, he acts. Rockefeller partners with chemist Samuel Andrews and Maurice Clark. They invest $4,000. Rockefeller contributes his war profits and borrows more. They build a refinery in Cleveland's industrial flats. Andrews handles chemistry. Rockefeller manages costs and operations. They produce high-quality kerosene at scale. The operation expands rapidly. Stills boiling crude, barrels painted blue for branding, waste minimized, byproducts sold. But the competition grows too fierce. Prices crash. Rivals multiply. Rockefeller needs an edge, something permanent. Soon he will find it, and the entire industry will bend to his will. By late 1871, the oil industry is a bloodbath. Thousands of wildcatters drill in Pennsylvania. Production floods the market. Prices collapse. Cleveland refiners fight over scraps. Margins vanish. Bankruptcy looms for most. John D. Rockefeller watches the carnage. He knows his refinery is efficient, but competition threatens everything. He needs an edge, permanent, unbreakable. Railroad presidents, Thomas Scott of Pennsylvania, Vanderbilt men from New York Central and Erie meet Rockefeller and a few allies in late 1871. They form a Pennsylvania chartered corporation, the South Improvement Company.
The South Improvement Company was a secret deal in 1871 to 72. Rockefeller and a few big refiners teamed up with railroads. They got huge discounts, rebates on shipping oil. Anyone outside the club paid full price and even lost money because the railroads paid extra fees to the club on their shipments. It was designed to crush competitors and control the industry.
The scheme benefits Rockefeller most. He gets lower costs, competitor intelligence, and a weapon to crush rivals. Railroads get stable traffic and higher effective rates from independent refiners.
Rockefeller viewed ruthless consolidation as righteous order. He believed chaos wasted resources and hurt society. In his mind, monopoly was efficiency, and he was the man to impose it.
The secret deal dramatically increases the cost for his competitors, and soon many of them begin to fail. And this is an opportunity John D. Rockefeller has been waiting for. In 6 short weeks, he buys 22 of the 26 Cleveland refiners. He offers cash or Standard Oil stock. Most sell cheap, fearing ruin from the rebates. One by one, plants close. Workers lose jobs. Rockefeller ends with near total control of Cleveland refining. This will go down as the Cleveland Massacre.